Streamer arrested after forgetting to feed her 2-year-old while running 30-hour streams? What the fuck?
This is a story that's been told before, but today we're bringing it back with moments no one has seen until now.
A case this horrendous of malnutrition.
Officers responded to a disturbing call on March 16, 2023, at the home of Jonathan Cheek and a female streamer, Sierra Zaytona. Inside, they found a 2-year-old boy lifeless in his crib, a scene marked by severe neglect. The condition of the child made it immediately clear he had been dead for some time.
Like, are they on some type of drugs? How the fuck could you be in the crib with a person, a baby, a dog, anything that's dead for multiple hours? Like, what mindset? I'm trying to really not put myself in, but understand the mindset of somebody so consumed by something that you wouldn't notice a corpse within the same vicinity of you, decomposing. That's insane to me, bro. Like, when was the last time you turned around in your room? Like, how? You just in the screen?
Bring it out here. Bring it out here. Bring it out here. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Go. Jesus. Sierra, come out here.
Dispatch, you can close that one out. We're not going to be able to get to it.
David, dispatch, we're going to need a boss out here ASAP.
Cover.
On the way.
Man, no. Stay back.
They know that goes on over here. They know we're not okay. They've seen.
What happened? Hey, stay right there. Sit down.
I had to hang
Sit
up
down.
on him because
Sit
if
down.
he hears me say anything,
Sit down.
he'll freak
Sit.
out.
Sit.
But
Sit.
they've seen
Sit.
it choke blood.
Sit.
They've
Sit.
seen
Sit. Sit. Sit.
They've seen it all in this house.
Who?
John.
Who's John?
John's the dad.
Before we even get deeper into this, is she just trying to automatically just like make it seem like some sort of abuse is happening? Like, which could be the case. If it's true that this body of this baby has been decomposing in your house for multiple days to hours to whatever, like, that's sick. As soon as the police or whoever this is, paramedics, fire department came, the first thing you thought was to just like play the victim.
What, and two? Yep. Can you find out where the kid was at and keep the dogs out of that area? She's in the fucking house screaming, dude. It's like a fucking hoarder house. There's 2 other kids in there. This kid's all fucking emaciated. Looks like it's been dead for weeks.
Weeks? Yeah. Weeks? What the? Bro, that's disgusting, bro. She really tried to play victim, bro. The only way you should be begging for help in a situation like that is if you was tied up in a basement with a blindfold on and you managed to bust out the door like, help. Bro, you're in there free. You're living. What the fuck?
The female?
The female, yeah. She's got 2 other kids here. FD had them over here. But, dude,
you never know what's going on in people's houses, bro. Shit is crazy.
We'll grab it for in a little bit, okay? Okay, it's not like we don't believe you, okay? You just gotta give us some time, okay?
Nothing's gonna bring him back. It was already hard enough to want to live. They were my only motivation to get us out of here. And now
what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean there's nothing that's gonna bring him back? What do you mean by that?
My baby. I tried. I was breathing. I was breathing. He's black. What is that? Why is it like that? Why is it like that?
Can I just have you put your hands behind your back, okay? Interlace your fingers. Yep. Anything in your pockets that you know about? Nothing that's gonna cut us, poke us? Okay. No drugs or anything in your pockets? He said no?
Why does he get arrested and not her? Oh, okay. I was about to say, same both of these motherfuckers. Stay in the house with a baby dead for a week.
White jumpsuit?
Lock everybody up.
While Jonathan kept a straight face, no emotions, no remorse, it's quite the opposite for the mother who wouldn't stop crying in the police lobby.
Let's not do that, okay?
As officers processed the home, the parents gave conflicting accounts. The mother was emotional and deflective. The father remained calm, detached, and inconsistent. The truth was later confirmed by medical examiners. The child had died from starvation. Despite a home filled with food, the child had been deliberately neglected. Pathetic. Hours after that arrest, inside a quiet room, detectives sat down with both parents separately. What they said, how they said it, and what investigators uncovered in those moments.
Quite a bit of experience in investigations, but more importantly, about all kinds of different types of investigations. But I would have to rank this as probably one of the worst cases of malnutrition I've ever seen in my entire life.
The following footage has never been seen before.
First and foremost,
The interview begins with empathy. Detectives keep their tone calm, measured, giving her space to talk. She does.
okay, when's the last time John had a full-time job?
Oh my god. Practically never, dude.
Never?
Like,
Well, let's go
he's
back.
never even held a job over a month.
Okay. And why is that?
He don't want to. He's admitted that he just don't want to.
Okay. Who pays the bills over there?
His parents did, and then now because I'm trying to leave him, he made his parents stop.
Parents, you cannot enable this shit, bro. Like, it's one thing for your kid not to want to work a normal job, but if you got a clearly disheveled, odd young man, whatever, like, for a while, and the nigga don't want to work, he don't want to do nothing, he's showing signs of being some bum-ass, dirty nigga like this, like, they're only gonna be worse.
Now I'm put in a position, like, because now, ever since I started doing the streaming and trying to leave him, he's made everything 10 times harder.
What do you mean by streaming? What do you
Streaming is the only kind of work that I can do. Like, where you just sit there on a camera, you talk to people, you play games. I've ran 30-hour streams, 12-hour streams, 16-hour streams, just running myself dry, sitting there chilling with 300, 500, 600 people on camera, getting them to send me gifts and everything else, because those gifts can be converted into money so we can get out of here. And that, like, was the only way I could think to have some sort of suitable income for now to get us out of here. That way I also don't f my SSI. That way when we did get out of there, I'd have, like, some kind of income to keep us monthly going.
Sure.
But now it's like everything's ruined. And the dream I had for our family.
Be careful on who you're watching on social media. No cap. There's two things. Either, let's say she was great at putting on a front. Like, in her content, she seemed like she was put together, a person with morals and ethics and standards and whatnot. Let's say somehow she managed to pull that off. This could be that person that you think is living like that. That could be their life behind the scenes, and you're sitting there letting them give you advice. Or on the other hand, she was like disheveled, and you could clearly come across the streamer and be like, ew. Let's say you are watching that content and you enjoy it, and look down on yourself and understand what type of people watches the same content as you. Like, who is consuming her content with me? And if you look around that room and you don't like the way none of those people look, then that says something about you.
Is any of that, you said that streaming stuff, does any of that involve any kind of pornographic kind of stuff?
No.
It's just...
I regretted not. I wished I did, because I was like, damn, maybe I would have made more money a lot faster.
So how much money would you bring in a month in regards to streaming?
More than $5,000. We had to at least make $5,000 more than that.
A month, or just in the
No,
time that you've been doing
since we started, yeah.
Since we started, or you started?
Yeah, well, me and the kids, I say we because it's our goal. It was our goal.
At first, her answers come easily. She explains their lifestyle, their routine, how things worked inside the home. But even early on, something feels off.
Also, I don't think you should just sign your kids up to just be part of the content. Oh, me and the kids, that's our goal. A kid deciding that they want to be a streamer with you and have their whole life documented, where they could potentially look back, regret all of that, and they can't do anything about it because a digital footprint is forever.
So who cares for the kids all day?
Well,
Are they in school?
No. Thing one won't get his shit together. He won't get his shit together. He won't make the calls. Well, he did now, only because during me deciding to step up against both of them and out them, one of the times he tried to use his control pawn. Oh, I'm gonna come get him, and I'm gonna take him with me. And I flipped out. I pulled up on him and I exposed him in front of his girlfriend.
Okay, I'm talking about John right now. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
well,
I know
my bad. That was
that,
about the school part.
Oh, that's
my bad.
okay. Custody. Okay.
Yes. I've literally been in his life since day one.
I know, but do you babysit him every day? Do you babysit him every weekend?
Pretty much every day, yeah.
Okay.
There's been times that he's been over by him for 2 weeks, or been by him for like a month, and then he'll be by me. It's just back and forth, also depending on like our living situations have been rough. Like right now, I'm pretty sure he's in a hotel or just now getting his apartment with a girl. So it's like back forth.
Circle back to John. It's kind of what I'm alluding to in school because his dad won't do anything.
His dad's crap.
And you haven't participated in enrolling him in school or anything.
I'm not able to, from what I'm told. Like I have no legal guardianship.
Okay, because he is in custody.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand.
So,
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. So forgive me if I'm not trying to insult you by any way, shape, or form. Okay.
That's why I asked if somebody had grabbed those phones, because if you guys look in those phones, there's pictures from Halloween. There's pictures that they're all healthy. They're all good. Like everyone, like once I started work and everything with him, all he does is play video games. He doesn't want to clean. He doesn't want to. I get the food. You just got to give him the food. The food I pulled out yesterday, the chicken that was stolen, ended up right back in the fridge. Like, I'm just trying to work to get us out. And, like, I've always done everything. The cooking, the cleaning, bending over backwards, my house, this, that. I'd show up and my son's got ash on him and watching Five Nights at Freddy's. All this other shit. And I'm talking about for both of them. So yeah. I hit that point of, like, I'm going to work and get us out of here. You can do something. Sure. Am I seeing it?
And this could be true, you know what I'm saying? Like, this does sound like this is coming from a place of like I don't think she's making this up at all. Like, it sounds like she's really in distraught with her situation, but you just can't let that happen, bro. Like, and I don't want to hear, oh, he's the reason that she went off the deep end or whatever. At the end of the day, we're not responsible for anybody besides ourselves, the people that we have guardianship over. Like, aside from that, unless you have a kid or a dog or something, you're not responsible for anybody besides yourself. The whole situation is tragic, but it's still pathetic for you to be trying to blame him for a dead baby that's been in the room with you for a week.
And started crying right before his birthday, beginning of the month. Because I started talking about his birthday and everything else, and I was like, okay, why is he like losing weight? I was like, are you feeding him? He's like, yes. Like, okay. And then when he was like looking scrawny and I was like, you're not feeding him. There's no way that you are. And we got in a humongous fight, and he went over to his mom's, and then he had texted me about, oh, I admitted to my mom about what.
And what is it that he said he admitted?
Not feeding him and stuff like that. Those times he was like, because during like the beginning when I was like, we're leaving, he was aggressive. The bathroom door got broke more than once. He even took the kids' door off their door to give it to the bathroom because he broke that too. Like, he breaks everything. Like,
there's no clear structure, no consistent responsibility. Even though she claimed there was, care seems to move back and forth without anyone fully accountable, even when they saw signs that shouldn't be there.
Okay, so circling back, and you said that it's your statement that he was showing signs of being skinny around his birthday, which was about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was his birthday was on the 8th of March.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in that room, how long are you in the room for? Like, how many hours?
30 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. Like, I don't stop the stream, really.
Okay. So what you're saying is that how often do those streams go on for? Like, are they
I stream every day.
So you're saying
every day.
You're saying you stream on what platform are we talking about?
Meet Me.
Meet Me?
Meet Me. I was just about to merge over to Twitch and start doing that too, because I was freaking out. Like, we're not getting enough money.
What is it that you're alluding to? What are you trying to tell me?
Well, it's what he said to me and what he said to his mom.
Okay.
Like, him not feeding him when he was telling me that he is and this and that.
And
all this shit that he was lying. I was like,
when did you find out that he wasn't feeding him? Back in March.
When that was the confirmation. I already kind of like had a suspicion, but he's sitting here like, no, he got a metabolism like mine. He just eating through it. I'm like, no, there's no fucking way, because when I'm taking care of everything, he was just fine.
And you say you're taking care of everything. What does that mean?
Taking care of everything, running myself thin, taking care of John's shit, the house, food for both of them, doing everything
both the kids.
For not just both the kids, both the men.
Okay.
They're fucking children too.
She admits she noticed changes in the child: weight loss, weakness, decline, signs that would be hard to miss. But despite seeing it, she didn't act in time. Then comes the moment that changes everything.
She's saying, yeah, he just admitted it. Like, he just, yeah, you know, he hasn't fed the baby in like a couple days. And I just don't see a world where that's not like something that is like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, you don't just be malnourished for a couple days and look skinny and malnourished and disheveled and then you're like, ah, shit, I gotta fix this, and you give him a couple fruit snacks and expect them to like, or some diners, like you have to take somebody like that to the hospital. You're just cutting out everything that I could have felt bad for you on.
Setting food out, like,
you
okay,
can't plead
this
ignorance
is
here.
out. Start feeding my nuts. Okay, like he can't hold down much. So like half of his PBJ I put back in front of the microwave. I went back to work. End of the night, the PBJ is gone. So I asked him, "Did you give him the rest?" Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, okay, you did. And I don't know.
Did you to see how he was responding to the food that you were giving him?
Oh, he like when I was feeding. No.
And how were you mixing the cereal for him? What you said you were putting it in a bottle? Was he
putting
drinking
it in a
it?
bottle.
Or was he
Cereal in a baby bottle? Is that normal?
I didn't there.
She claims that Jonathan Cheek admitted to intentionally not feeding the child. That statement shifts the case from neglect towards something far more serious.
Okay. When you got off that streaming platform, how many times throughout the day? You took breaks, used the restroom, grabbed something to drink. Did you ever check in on him?
Barely.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
How many times did you give him a shower from his birthday until today?
It's been like 5 days.
That's terrible.
It's been 5 days. Yeah,
she doesn't look like she showers
So you haven't
herself,
showered
bro.
in 5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay. What prompted you to call 911 today? What happened today?
I seen him looking dead.
How did you find him like that? Where was he at?
In his bed, like legit laying like this. And his eye was open at first, so I seen him, and then when I seen his eye black, I scooped him up really fast, and I'm like, he's like fucking dead. They said not to move him, and I was like, well, that's already too late.
Okay. Which bed was he in? Because there was no bed in the room that he was staying in.
There's no bed.
Is there a bed in there?
There was a bed.
You said the center room. Can you just, is it a crib or is it a bed?
Yeah, it's a crib.
Okay. Can you...
There's no sheet on it like there should have been. And it's 100% like this. It's gross. It's got food and stuff on it.
Bro, this is so sad, bro. When you haven't seen negligence on this level, like the details are like left out in imagination. You're kind of just imagining. I'm imagining like the actions of her streaming, walking past the baby's room, not even checking once, and not sitting there and making sure it's eating, and like food on the crib, like it's probably dried up food all over the pillow and stains and ants and shit. Like, bro, this is disgusting, bro.
How did he look?
He still looked bad, but not like that.
He looked bad, but not like that. Can you define what bad means?
Where I can see your bones at all.
Okay, so you're saying that you could see his bones?
Mm-hmm.
Detectives bring the focus to the final hours. However, within seconds, tone shifts. Detectives move away from empathy and begin confronting the reality.
We deal with a lot of cases involving child abuse, child neglect, child sexual assault, and then, unfortunately, child death investigations. Okay, and one of the things that we've learned over the years is that we've learned about all kinds of different types of investigations, but more specifically in relation to this, it's unequivocally, without a doubt, that extended period of time. I would have to rank this as probably one of the worst cases of malnutrition I've ever seen in my entire life. I've been a police officer for 21 years. There is no greater gift than a mother giving birth to a child, okay? You carried that little boy in your womb for 9 months, okay? There is no greater gift than that, okay? And you had a tough pregnancy, right? You admittedly, and you're honest that you smoked marijuana because you were in a lot of pain, okay?
I was scared of losing him.
You're scared of losing him, right? But he was born, right? And it's a mother's instinct. It's a mother's instinct to take care of their children, okay? And what I find incredibly hard to believe and hard to fathom, is that on his birthday, this little boy looked like that, and you never got him help because you were selfish and you were afraid that he was going to be taken away from you. And now, he's not with us anymore. Is it your truthful and accurate statement that you found him, as hard as this might be to be forthcoming about, that you found him today deceased?
Yes.
So if we were to have medical...
So if you're telling me the fact that he didn't die today...
We're going to find out.
I know this, but I want to find out too, because like I said, I haven't been as attentive and active as I should have been as of recently these past few months.
Responsibility is placed directly on her. No more shared blame, no more distance. At this point, there's little left to explain.
Like, she thinks that that's helping it. Oh, I want to find out too. The fact that you don't know what day your kid died, what else are you going to say? There should be no possibility of anything. If you were sure that there is no way that kid was alive and well yesterday or the day before, whatever, you should be absolutely with certainty my kid died today. Was not like this yesterday.
My best. Like, I failed though.
Okay.
I could have done better. I should have called him help.
I appreciate that. Thank you for.
I don't care if it doesn't bring him back. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't take back anything. It doesn't fix the decision. It doesn't tell me where I should have made a better decision, not just then, but way before then. Because all my mind can think of is where down the timeline could I have made a decision where this would have never even became a thing. I questioned myself, should I have even started fighting to leave him? If I would have just stayed with him, stayed obedient, this wouldn't have happened.
Well,
if I would have just kept cleaning the house, kept taking care of everybody.
That house, you called 911 today. You had access to 3 phones. You spent 30 hours a day, talking to people on the interweb and doing all that stuff. You had every opportunity to call 911, to get medics there. You saw in a matter of a lickety-split second, you had FD, you had 4 police cars there that were trying to save a kid that was already deceased. That's the problem.
I get that, and you're only looking at the end of the day. You're looking at him.
Stand up for me. Stand up for me.
Saying,
turn off, put your hands behind your back.
All right.
You're under arrest for child abuse at 1st degree.
If I would have called way sooner.
The timeline is clear. The warning signs were there, yet they decided not to act. It's quite unfortunate. And now, the interview shifts to the child's father, Jonathan Cheek.
When I got up this morning to make sure I give him a bottle, he was fine then. Okay. Then I checked him again at noon. He was sound asleep. And then I got a call around 3 o'clock that she didn't have been state that. I said, okay, I'm not even going to bring the car home. I'm going to my mom drive me. Okay. Have my dad work on new brakes. And
all right.
So I have no clue what.
Now, kind of walk me through a typical day that you gave him a bottle. Is that like a sippy cup? Or what?
No, it's more like a, his bottles, like he likes to drink so much that I have a water bottle from military school as well. You get called. We fill that about here.
Okay. What do you fill it with?
Some mashed potatoes. He's got a little oatmeal, dry milk. Mix it all together with some water.
Okay.
Give it to him.
And does he like it?
He downs it.
Okay.
I'm trying. So what is vegetables mushed up in a bottle with milk and oatmeal and oats? What the fuck?
Yeah, last night he had 2 bottles, so I put saltines crackers in there for him. He ate those last night because they were empty this morning, so I refilled those because he likes crackers. If I had Ritz, I'd be using Ritz, but
so for like a solid food,
and then we go for vegetables, mashed potatoes, green beans,
okay.
Normals.
And then
mac and cheese.
So
Detectives eventually shift their questions toward care and routine, medical visits, feeding, and daily life.
And then did he get a pediatrician visit this year?
No, I forgot.
Okay.
We have a schedule for next month actually.
Where was last year's at? Where'd you guys go?
It was at like 26 and Gratiot. It's our doctor. I don't know the name of it.
26 in Gratiot? Yeah. Do you know the name of the hospital or the doctor's office?
No, not off the top of my head.
Did you go with her?
No.
In terms of his communication skills, how verbal is he?
Not that verbal.
Okay. Like if he was to tell you he was hungry, how would he communicate that?
He would scream, and then if you mainly is all about his emotional. He just shows facial features on what he wants.
6 years old.
Claims he handled most responsibilities, while Zaytona focused on streaming. Detectives then decided to focus on the final moments, and he admitted to many things that just doesn't seem right.
Okay. And what was it about yesterday that you said something is not right?
Just because he only had that 1 bottle all day. I put food in there for him, but it didn't. Like I said, it didn't disappear till that night.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
What other food did you put in there besides you said just a bottle?
I put other saltine crackers in there. Our last can of green beans. I made some pizzas, cut some up for him, put them in there for him. Noticed a few pieces were on the floor. That's about it. Then I would go back in there and see if he ate it. If he didn't eat, I'd touch him, we could sit him up, trick him to eat a little bit, but he just wouldn't.
Did you think at some point of taking him to the pediatrician and getting him checked out, or like a dietitian, or getting some help with basically putting weight back on?
I was hoping to do that today.
You just have no knowledge on anything. You don't know what warrants a visit to the dietitian, the pediatrician, literally anything. Like, there's not a single fucking thought going up for either of these two. Like, I just don't see that. I'm just thinking drugs, because they haven't really mentioned any drugs, but I know she mentioned she smokes weed, but I'm talking about like heavier drugs. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're saying you're sleeping all day, you feel me, the kid comes in, you give him this military bottle with green beans and shit.
I should just done it when I first noticed the weight loss.
And that was last week, you said?
But I mean, if I looked at him today, I think it's going to be earlier than a week. Okay, if we're being honest with ourselves.
I know it's only last week.
No, I understand that, but I mean, even a week from now, I can't imagine him much larger than what he is, than he was today.
This week I noticed a slight decrease in his weight and how his skin looked.
And how does his skin look?
He's almost as thin, a little thinner than me.
Did you talk to Sierra about it?
Yeah.
What did she say?
Basically, she goes, "Oh, you're the one taking care of him, so why don't you do something about it?" But I remember being gone that day.
Where'd you go?
I went out to the junkyard. Had to go get some seeds and stuff for a car.
You understand malnutrition is correct? Okay.
As a grown-ass man, when people ask you if you understand what being malnourished is, everybody speaks with intention. You feel me? Nobody says anything for no reason unless that's just somebody not worth listening to. So if you're speaking to someone and people tend to ask you questions like, you know what that is, right? About things that you feel like in your head, like, well, why wouldn't I know? There's a reason why somebody perceives you in that way, that they would feel the need to clarify on whether you, a grown 30-year-old man, knows what malnourishment is.
Be honest with me, okay? When is the last time he's ate a good meal and you fed him?
That was honestly 2 days ago. I'll tell you the truth on that.
And what was that good meal 2 days ago?
I made a roast when I got home too.
Okay. So 2 days ago he had a good meal. And that's you saying, hey, I'm being honest with you.
Your son hasn't eaten in a while. Let's be honest. Okay? Because I looked at him and I can guarantee you 2 days ago he couldn't eat. Based on how he looked today, 2 days ago he could not take and put food in his mouth. Do you know that?
He did though.
He did not.
Autopsy revealed the medical examiners confirmed the child died from severe malnutrition and starvation. There were no underlying conditions, no sudden illness. It was a prolonged neglect. The report showed the child had been deprived of food over an extended period, not hours, not days, but long enough for his body to completely shut down. That finding changed everything, because now investigators weren't relying on statements or assumptions. They had medical proof. Based on the evidence, the condition of the home, the interrogations, and the autopsy report, Jonathan Cheek was sentenced to 24 to 50 years on a charge of second-degree murder and 86 months to 10 years on a second-degree child abuse charge. Sierra Zaytona was also sentenced to 24 to 50 years for second-degree murder and 43 months to 10 years for second-degree child abuse. And while the interrogation revealed pieces of the truth, it was the autopsy that confirmed it. Not an accident, not a misunderstanding, but a slow, preventable loss that ultimately led to 2 convictions in a case that investigators say they will never forget.
If you're gonna have kids, like, you can't just be popping kids out just because you have the ability to, bro. Like, that shit is sad, bro. Like, you and your partners go get checked, bro. I'm sure you don't even know if mental health, you know, disorders or some sort of like thing runs through your genes or whatever. Like, you need to know all these things, bro. You know, go get tested for everything. Understand, like, if you'll be able to do it. You have to take progressive action when it comes to shit like this, bro, because this is just a tragic situation. You know what I mean? Check on your loved ones.